One of the things that happens sometimes when a child is in second grade is that sometimes there's so many different things that they need to learn when it comes to reading that they can sometimes miss some important things that are out there for them to learn how to read. And I've kind of experienced that and seen that happen to some children, especially when it comes to blended sounds. And they call them digraphs. You can say consonant blends. Sometimes they're vowel blends. But when you think about this and you're giving your child, pointers and you're teaching them how to read and you're supporting your child in terms of how to read, think about the blends of sounds, if you will. And I'll have a video for this on my episode page, obviously for this podcast. But things like sh. When you think about sh or dr, sometimes they could be difficult for a child to pronounce, especially when they start to get older and they haven't practiced it when they were younger. So think about those consonant blends that are typical and things that you might typically see, but may not typically, practice on your own. And you're not sure sometimes if they're getting it in school as far as they should get it, as in depth as they should get it, and you can help that happen. So the sh sounds, the ch sounds, even when you get the things that are like str. I know a lot of kids sometimes when they get to the strs, sometimes that may be something difficult for them to really think through, or SK or WH. You can really start with something like a word like stretch or strong or strength. I've seen sometimes children, when they get into older grades, like third grade and fourth grade, if they're not used to some of these blends, consonant blends, or prefixes or vowel blends, they have sometimes some difficulty sounding out a word when the word is a multiple syllable word. So these are really, think about what you might be sharing with your child and how you might get them to know those types of things. And I also mentioned that obviously there are vowel blends as well that come in handy, and they can sometimes be tricky for a child, because learning how to say bead, if you will, when it's bead, or read or lead, sometimes that can be something for them to think about. So I really encourage you to think about consonant blends and vowel blends, and I'll have some resources and some content on my website on this video that will help you with that. And also in my book here, 10 Things Your Child Should Know, second grade will go through a lot of this information for you. So if you have that and you look at that, there's a lot of information in this resource as well that may help you as you're thinking through, how do I make sure my child gets those consonant blends and those vowel blends and are able to really blend those sounds together to make up new words. And second grade is really where you want to practice on it, because sometimes they miss it and they don't start teaching it in third grade and fourth grade. They expect that you've already learned these things and that you know them.